Several of the state's public universities announced they are restructuring their student services for diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI. This is happening after several years of the legislature questioning how much of the higher education budget goes towards such programs and threatening to cut millions from it. And at the same time, the State Board of Education is considering a resolution to get rid of DEI dedicated offices from college campuses. And while no decision was made on that resolution today, Jude Binkley joins us to walk us through what happened.
That's right, Brian. The State Board of Education didn't vote on this, and it's not even an official resolution yet. But that hasn't stopped universities from making changes on campus. Changes some students say that take away a crucial part of their college experience. Changes are already coming to the state's campuses as the Idaho State Board of Education reviews a draft resolution to dissolve DEI offices at public universities.
The purpose is to begin the conversation around these resolutions with our board members, leaders in our communities and our institutional leadership to make sure that we are kind of approaching some of these really hard conversations.
The resolution would tell Idaho colleges to maintain equal opportunity regardless of identity. There would be no DEI offices, policies, or initiatives. Success centers would be open to all students, and no faculty or students would have to declare their gender or pronouns. State Board of Education Executive Director Joshua Whitworth says Thursday's meeting was just starting their discussion.
These resolutions are not, and I want to make this kind of very clear, they're not about addressing one particular body of students or our populations. They're really about trying to set the expectation that we are holistically looking at students as a whole body.
Although no decision has been made, several Idaho universities announced they're restructuring their diversity, equity, and inclusion offices. This week, administrators at the University of Idaho sat down with students and staff to announce the Equity and Diversity Unit is going away. A move students on campus protested Thursday night.
Many people are sad, many people are angry, and I can definitely tell you that I felt all these emotions throughout this week. People are wondering why. I mean, these programs have been here for many years, and to have it just all taken away within a couple seconds it's definitely sad.
From their conversation with administration, students say U of I made the move for preventative measures, getting ahead of what could come from the next legislative session.
I can understand why they didn't wait. I think in their minds it was better to protect people earlier on rather than it's too late and we don't have time to, prepare people and change people's position.
It is very unfortunate to hear that, especially as I am a student right now, and kind of that just being ripped away from us. It is very heartbreaking.
A change some students say they're already seeing on Idaho State's campus.
Being a predominantly white state, being at predominantly white institutions, I expect things like this. I feel like many oftentimes, like I said, will just be generalized. Our needs won't really be put up there.
Again, no official decision was made today. Whitworth says they plan to talk with university leadership about the potential changes. He also says they plan to work with the upcoming legislative task force to refine changes to the resolution. Although, Brian, the state doesn't actually have a definition for DEI.
And that leads to the question, what is then used to determine what is DEI and what is not under this proposed resolution. It should be pointed out, we tried to speak with the members of the Board of Education. They refused to speak with us. And Boise State, Idaho State, and U of I all refused to speak to us as well about this. Thank you very much, Jude.